Hey everybody, how you going? It's near the weekend again. Yay. So I just read a quote the other day which I thought might resonate with quite a few of you, so I thought this is what I'd talk about today. So I'm just going to read the quote out to you first of all. So it goes like this. Hey you're holding on to too many bags. You can't do it all. You can't be it all. You can't carry it all. Do what you can, be who you are, and only carry what's important. And put the rest of the bags down. So that was a quote from Amy Weatherly, which I thought could be quite fitting for a lot of people, including myself sometimes. Sometimes we do carry too many bags as mothers, fathers, friends, employers, employees, brothers, sisters, parents, the list goes on. We often try to be everything to and for everybody else, like help a friend in need, run the kids around to after-school activities, work long hours to help contribute to the household, to the family. But sometimes we just need to stop and remind ourselves that you can't do it all, you can't be it all, and you can't carry it all. You simply can't do everything. So as the quote goes, do what you can, carry what's important, so figuring out what it is for you that is important, and put the rest of the bags down. Stop trying to be everything, do everything for everybody. And realise that what you are doing, is in fact enough as well. You don't have to be everything. Hard to do, I get it. So just take a moment and kind of be aware of it, I guess. Because guess who ends up at the bottom of the pile otherwise? Yourself, of course. You do everything for everybody else and you end up last. And when you don't have any time to do anything, you're the one that misses out. And this is obviously the easiest way to get run down and burnt out as well. Burnout is a very real thing. And another quote on this topic is, if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. So that just goes to show you do need to, have time for yourself as well. So sometimes we think that by doing everything ourselves, it will be cheaper, it'll be faster, it'll be easier, etc. But we simply can't do it all. So actually when we try to multitask and do everything, we can actually be less effective because you're trying to do too many things and you simply can't. As much as we like to think we can and like to try and do everything, we can't be an expert at everything. There are a lot of things that are actually best left to the experts, believe it or not, because they specialise in just that one thing. They do the one job and do it well, do it more efficiently, do it more effectively, all that type of thing. And because in the end, is it really faster, cheaper, easier if you do it yourself? Most of the time it's probably not, to be honest, because you're not the expert, they are. And it obviously can cause a lot of stress as well. It's also okay to admit that you're not good at something and that someone else will actually do a better job than you will, or do it faster or whatever. It doesn't mean that you're weak, doesn't mean that you're hopeless, etc. It's just that there are lots of things that are best left to the experts or outsourced to somebody else who actually knows what they're doing or has experience in that field, so that you can concentrate on what's important to you and what you actually do best as well. I can think of a few occasions in the past in completely different situations or parts of my life where I've tried to do it all and loaded myself up with lots of things that I wasn't really capable of or whatever, and you beat yourself up about it. You feel like a failure when you realise that it is actually outside your skill level and that someone else is better to do it, only if you try to do everything yourself. So take a step back into your zone of genius, what you do well, and offload some of the things that you've maybe been putting off because you really have no idea how to do it or even how to get started, and get the experts in to do those things and let them work in their zone of genius if that's what they specifically have experience in. And trust me, you have to admit that it's certainly less stressful to take a few things off your to-do list, isn't it? Yeah. And by the way, it certainly doesn't make you a failure. It doesn't take away from the things that you can and do well when you admit to somebody else that they are better at a particular task than you are, and let them do it if that's their specialty. So, for example, you might not be a plumber. Sure, you can watch the plumber and learn from the plumber, but they may have been in that trade forever and they have specific and up-to-date day-to-day experience and also the right tools for the job, so they can just get on and do it, usually in quite a bit faster than you can if you're not the expert. So imagine how long it would have taken you to do that task that took that plumber 10 minutes. A hell of a lot longer, I'd say. and how frustrated the situation would make you trying to do it yourself when you're not the expert. So instead you can walk away, you can leave the plumber to do their job, and you can get on with something that you are good at. So yeah, just a nice sort of quick topic for today. I'll leave you with this to have a think about. So have a think about what is important to you and which bags you can put down. So once again, the quote goes, "Hey you, you're holding on to too many bags. You can't do it all, you can't be it all, and you can't carry it all. Do what you can, only carry what's important, and put the rest of the bags down." There you go. Have a good weekend. Bye.